Hi, and welcome to the collective reading for the week of October 24th through the 30th. I'm going to run through the collective reading, and then I'm going to pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac for a special message regarding this eclipse that we're having happening at 2 degrees of Scorpio this week. It's happening at Tuesday at 6:49 a.m. Eastern Time Zone here in the U.S. So I did put a chart calculator in the description box below to help you to see what time that is. If you are here for the live chat, thank you so much. It really makes my day when you guys come and hang out and we get to chat along. And so that is at 7:30 every Sunday night, again, Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. All right, so this week, lots of big energy, lots of shifting energy. I did the weeklies for you for each sign. Those are already out. And I pulled cards for that shifting energy, sort of to take you through the whole eclipse season. And this particular eclipse season will go through until we get into the first week of May. And so how your energies will shift and evolve and what the big focus is. So I pulled cards for that plus for the week. So that's kind of fun. All right, here we go. This week, this week overall for the collective, we have the Desert Prince. The Desert Prince says, be strong, be courageous. You may feel like you're in the desert, right? But the cactus does grow. It knows how to take limited resources and be lush and bloom and provide beauty and to provide habitat for others. And so there's this energy of you not being just the survivor, but being the thriver kind of energy. And so even though this seems like a very difficult time this week, it's about looking around to see what your resources are and how can you be courageous enough to use them in a way that benefits not only you, but I feel like it's also about taking the time to benefit others as well. We have the Hawk Prince that came with it, and the Hawk Prince is spirit communications and paying attention. Well, that is very much the energy of Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't miss much, right? And we have a lot of air energy this week, which again is very aware of what's going on. And so the Hawk Prince says to take a higher elevation, look at things from a broader perspective, from a higher perspective, see everything. But mostly this week, what I noticed is the messages were all about tuning into our higher self, because our higher self is trying to speak to us and the veil is thin between the worlds right now, right? And so it's really easier for energetic beings on the other side that maybe you're not strong and powerful enough to get through an ordinary time. The veil is thin right now and you can reach so many. So listen, the ancestral cards kept coming through also. And so speaking to our ancestors and loved ones that have passed over, whether you know who they are or not, but ask your ancestors to come in and bring you messages of health, I don't know where that came from, help and healing. And the healing is feels like generational healing around things around like finances or generational wealth or self-esteem issues, things that have been carried through generations that are creating blocks and stoppages in your world right now. You can ask for help on that to release and let them go. This eclipse happening at 2 degrees of Scorpio, it is in a degree point that in our recorded history, we have not had an eclipse before. So this is very new energy, but because it's an eclipse, it is about letting something go to create space for something new. It's both the seed and it's also the cutting of the cords. And so it's very powerful and potent energy to work with. And we have the Dragon's Duel. And the Dragon's Duel is the inner conflict. It is the conscious choice. It is, which dragon do you want to feed? That's the choice. Do you want to live in the old energy and feed the negative thought patterns and the negative things, the lower vibrational things that don't work for you? Or are you willing to release that and feed the new? So the new opportunities, the higher vibration. So really that's what this is about. The release would be releasing the lower vibrational negative energy, karmic baggage that you dragged in because ancestral healing needs to happen and you showed up to do that. You can simply do it by saying, I see you, karmic baggage, and I kick you to the curb. And there is also the ability here to look at all the options that are available and start selecting the new things to put into your luggage. It feels like a big gigantic closet clearing, getting rid of not just the stuff from last season and packing it away, but donating it, burning it, whatever, letting it go. And then you have space for the new to come in. So you're being asked to really focus in on what is true for you now. What is true for you now? And then to be really, truly disciplined and devoted to the authentic you, the authenticity of who you are, feeding the dragon of joy and happiness. So we have the card of fuchsia, true feelings. Within you is all you need to know. Scorpio season always reminds us that if we dive a little deeper, if we go just a little bit deeper, we are going to peel back some more layers of the onion, and we're going to get to know ourselves better, and we're going to get to know what we're trying to do and where we're trying to go and where we're trying to grow. They just said, where are you trying to grow? And so peeling back the layers a little bit, diving a little deeper, we have this fuchsia, which is, it's pink, but in here they're showing the red fuchsia, which is, so it's this very vibrant root chakra to heart chakra kind of energy. You can really feed your soul and create security and stability by choosing the things that bring joy and happiness and love into your heart. And you have the card of the white carnation, which is devotion. Be true and pure in your thoughts and your deeds. Which dragon are you going to feed, right? How consistent and devoted are you to your spiritual growth, to your goals, to your dreams, to what it is that you're trying to accomplish? And so focusing in on what it is you want and not on what you don't want. That's not an orb, that's me. I thought it was for a second. I was like, whoa, that would be cool. All right, so here we go. Let's do a quick 9-card spread and just take a look and see if we can get deeper messages on that. And then we will jump into the sign to sign. How are you guys doing? Are you feeling the energy? I mean, everything feels like it's just been shifting and shifting, and I don't think it slows down. I think the shifting continues. I think we continue to move. Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm going to need to focus in for a second. They're throwing multiple cards. The Phoenix rising from the ashes has been a very common kind of energy that I have been picking up. Wow, I love it. That I've been picking up from so many of the readings overall. It just feels very important. So here we have for the overall energy. I'm going to get real close so you can see this Emperor. Speaking of the Phoenix rising from the ashes, there he is. There's the Phoenix. And look, breaking the chains of the past, lighting the way to the future, being the CEO of not just your life, but of a new way of being. A new way of being, a new way of growing and manifesting, a new energy. We're in new energy. And it's up to us to choose to feed the dragon of the new energy and go ahead and let the old one fade away, because it's going to burst into life like the Phoenix and rise from the ashes. Very cool. Okay, key to the situation. We have the 8 of Wands. I told you things are going to get busy. They are going to get busy. And you have options. You have options. We have the 7 of Water. Okay, so, but I want to think about that for a second, because this one is called projections. And so your expectation, what you expect to have happen, is what's going to happen. It's really important that you understand that. If you are expecting things to be negative and low, the low vibrational dragon here, that is what you're going to get. If, however, you shift your perspective, like take a higher vantage point, like the hawk says, and see things from a higher vantage point, and look for the good and the joy and the happiness and the change you want to create, project that by feeling it. The key is in the heart space here. And so feeling the joy, feeling the happiness, feeling the success, even if you aren't sure what exactly that's going to look like, you can know what it feels like. And if you can do that, that is how you manage this energy. So in this card, the Eight of Fire here, it's really hard to tell, but there's a little dinky guy here on a very long path. He's climbing. He can't see where he's going. And look at all the fogginess around that Seven of Cups. And I want to say, just as a caution, that the Seven of Cups also reminds you that not to project just because in another relationship or in another job or in another whatever, things went this way, that you expect it's going to do that again. That's dragging all that negative stuff forward with you. That's what you don't want to feed, okay? So, again, your thoughts drive the bus. Your feelings drive the bus. So choose joy, choose happiness for yourself, okay? So here we have, in what have you been thinking about, good for all of you, we have the Ten of Cups. It's called harmony. We are seeking the joy. We are seeking the happiness. So if you really are seeking it, which I really think you are, then you have to release and let go, because what is dragging back your energy? What is holding you back? What is draining you? We have this Five of Cups, the clinging to the past. The past way of doing things, the past way of feeling, the past way of seeing things, the past way of, oh, well, it's always been like that, so it should always be like that. No, no, we're in new energy. Let's welcome in the new energy by choosing what we want that new energy to be, by choosing to see things brighter and happier. And I know it sounds like, what am I, a Pollyanna? No, anybody that knows me knows that's not really true, but I do know that when I focus on the joy and the happiness, I bring more of that into my life. Okay, do I do it every minute of every day? No, not even today I didn't. Today I was so frustrated because of the internet situation. They're doing work coming up this week and they already started messing with it. And so I'm like, and I got a little stressed out, right? I'm human like everybody, right? But the thing is, I just disconnected. I went and did another project, literally left the building, went and spent a couple hours doing some other kind of work. And then I came back here, and all the time I was gone, I kept saying, when I get home, the internet is going to be fine and I will be able to record all the rest of the videos I need to record today. And so here we are, and I think I might make it. It's looking pretty good. So, changing your attitude, changing where you are, changing how you feel about things. And I was looking forward to coming back and getting my work done, right? Okay. Knight of Swords. How do you change the situation? It says fighting. I think it's fighting for what you want. I think it's fighting for what you believe in. And I don't think it's a fist fight, although he's all armored up and he's got his fist going on there. Hold on. No, stop fighting. No, not that you give up on your dreams. You don't need, say that again. You don't need everybody else to agree with you for you to go for it. It's your vision, it's your idea, it's your dream, it's your goal. Go for it. And you don't need everybody else's approval to live your life the way that you see fit. So what has been the obstacle to overcome? We've got this controlling King of Swords. My way or the highway. I know what I'm talking about. I'm the boss of you. And there's the Seven of, there's the Knight of Wands. Look, it looks very much like that Phoenix energy, right? It's intensity. And the Chariot, the awareness. Look at that. It's like stepping out of yourself. It is the being in alignment. Okay. Are you in control, right? Control is sometimes about like the Chariot. Can you control the Chariot? So the obstacle feels to me like, are you passionate enough about what you're trying to do? Are you being disciplined enough to take the actions that are in alignment with your desire? Are you living your life the way you want to live it in the future? Are you taking the steps now? Are you putting the ducks in a row? Are you organizing things? Are you setting things up? Are you laying the foundation for success? And every step matters. You don't have to do it all at once, but are you, every day there's this intensity with that Knight of Wands. There's an intensity about it. Like, are you really passionate about it? Are you excited about it? Are you willing to feed the energy of positivity into this goal, this dream, this change that you're trying to make in your life? Whether you're trying to become healthier by, making some changes to your lifestyle, or you're trying to find a new career, or you're trying to start a new entrepreneurial thing, or you're trying to find that perfect relationship. And by perfect, I only mean perfect for you. I don't mean it's perfect, because that would be silly. That's not even possible. And I don't care what George Clooney's going around telling everybody how he and Amal never fight. I don't believe it, and I love him. I still don't believe it. What it is, though, is it is acceptance, right? And so a great relationship has this acceptance of, I don't see things, don't have your vision, but I accept that it's your vision and you're entitled to it. And so now we can see the internet's already messing up. All right, I shouldn't have talked about it. I jinxed it. Okay, here we go. The card of healing, the King of Cups. Your emotional stability and balance. You choosing to be emotionally balanced. You choosing to take the higher road. You choosing to calm the waters. You choosing passion and joy and not anger. That's how you do this. So let go of the negativity. Let go of the fighting. Let go of the I have to be right. It's all I'm right. You don't have to be right. You just have to follow your heart. In the area of resources, we have the Four of Wands. That's stability. That's a strong foundation. There's passion involved in it. So resources is time, money, energy, vitality. Focusing, because it's in the area of thoughts, focusing on creating stability around this. I also think because there's 4 pillars. So think about your life. Where are the 4 areas of your life that, if they're in perfect harmony and balance, it brings in joy and happiness? So it could be me time, family time, work time, and taking care of your health. Taking care of your health should not be considered me time, although it will be that. But maybe you have like a creative project, or there's some other thing, right? So you figure out what yours are. And find the balance to create the stability. In the heart space, we've got the King of Wands, the creator energy, with the 6 of Pentacles. And again, it's about creating the harmony and the balance, the stability. The stability. And again, it's about being passionate about something, but also giving and receiving in balance. There's a lot of fire here. The outgoing card, ooh, Of course this showed up. We have the Seven of Pentacles. It's called Patience, but it comes with the Queen of Pentacles, which is flowering. And the way that they depict the Seven of Pentacles, it looks like, you know, a lower vibration of the Empress, which the Queen is also. It's like waiting for something to flower. So there in the Patience card, she's pregnant, and in the Flowering card, she's opening up. And so have patience for the process. Every step matters. You're getting there. This looks really positive and self-affirming and growth-oriented. But it is about being passionate. It is about feeding the dragon you want and allowing the other one to disappear. Okay, so let's go ahead. If you could write it in the comment section, the timestamp so that I can find them. That would be fabulous. And let's get started. At 21 minutes, let's take a look at Aries. And for Aries, you have the card of mediumship that comes up. Wow, this is really being able to get in touch with your, okay, when thoughts of our departed family and friends come to mind is because they're with us. So you have an opportunity with this eclipse to really be able to tap into the ancestors that have passed on. They want to talk to you. It's like the phone is ringing. Are you going to pick up? So take the time to spend a little bit of time in the peace and the quiet. Settle into your energy. Really allow yourself to, you know, to communicate with them. And even if you can't hear what they say back, what does it feel like? Okay. And just know that whether or not you can necessarily hear them, the love that you share across the veil when you try to connect with them is greatly appreciated, and it also will be reflected in your life in ways that you may not recognize right away, but it's really beautiful. So at 22:10, let's look at Taurus. Taurus, you have take flight. Looks like that butterfly there, energy, and fairy magic. Very grounded elemental energy. So for you guys, you have the opportunity to really tap the magic of this moon. It is an opportunity for you to let go of what's holding you. It's like the breaking free out of the cocoon, allowing yourself to soar free, to move into a higher elevation of what it is that you are truly looking for here in what you're trying to manifest. I just want to see here if this is take flight is about something in particular. I feel like whatever it is, you've been working on it for a while, and it could just be because the North Node is in your sign with Uranus, and it's working you over hard, and so, but whatever it is, I feel like you already will know what it is. It's time to come out of seclusion. You no longer need to hide or try to protect yourself from the world around you. You are moving to a new stage of your life. And the fairy magic just tells me that you are being supported by the fairies, by the way, but by Mother Gaia and all that earthiness that you are. It is really supporting you. Tap into the magic. Get out in nature. They're saying you need to spend more time in nature and connecting in, because that is where you derive your strength, and that is what will give you the ability to release and let go of the lower vibrational energies that will allow you to bloom completely into who you are meant to be. Wow, that is beautiful. All right, so at 24, we're going to do Gemini. So 24 minutes, Gemini, you have faith and you have music. Okay, Archangel Sandalphon is with rules music. I feel like music, you will find it very uplifting and helpful. But music feels like more than that, and I think it might have been your sign that had it. It was the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords, let me see if I can find it fast enough here. The Ten of Swords has this lion that is dead, but as the lion is rising, it is a rebirth process, and with the rebirth comes this energy of this little boy playing a flute. And it's almost as though the lion gets to roar back to life by living in the joy of its own music. So I want to say move to the beat of your own drum kind of thing. And we have the energy here of faith. And faith is actually the divine feminine counterpart to Archangel Michael. The divine feminine, did I say that right? Okay, so faith, believe, trust. Trust that this rebirth, this change is going to happen for you. Allow yourself to come into resonance with what moves you. And with Mars retrograding through your sign now, things are going to actually feel a little slower than usual for you, which will give you time to get grounded and to allow yourself to move forward. And that faith might be because things are retrograde before they move forward. It might feel like, oh my God, this is taking freaking ever, right? So have faith in the process and just keep moving according to what brings joy into your heart space. And so releasing and letting go what needs to in order to allow the rebirth to happen. All right, so at 26 minutes here, we're going to do Cancer. Cancer, you have divinity and birthing. Wow, it's that serious Empress energy there. Look at that. Cancer. It's like you're birthing a whole new, deeper level of being totally in touch with your divine. They're using the word providence. So you came here with a mission. North Node went through your sign a little while ago, and you have gone through the integration period. And now it is time to really start doing the work, showing. There's been a creation process that you've been in during this Taurus season, and as this is wrapping up, there's going to be the birthing of it. And so by the time we get to the end of April, beginning of May there should be something that's been significant, that's changed inside of you at a very deep spiritual level. And it is a major, it feels like a retooling, a readjustment of yourself and where it is that you are going in a very spiritual way, and how it's going to interact with and affect other people feels very significant. It feels very much like your connection is going, it's very Queen of Cups. I think you're going to really feel yourself connecting in. So if you do not have a spiritual practice, now is the time to develop one. Spend a little time every day, whether it's in the bath or the shower or going for a walk or journaling or just sitting, listening to music is a great way to get in touch too. You need to create a spiritual practice in order to really manifest that energy fully. Okay, so at 28:15 we have Leo. Leo, you have right order. I'm going to have to look this one up. But it feels like, Leo, your life has been so chaotic and out of control. Lots of difficulties been coming in. And I think at this point, you start to be able to, it feels like a slide puzzle. And that you're finally getting the pieces to slide into place. Let me just see what this has to say. Eventually, everything finds its right place and proper order in life. This card is about creating proper order in your own physical environment. The world around us has a very strong effect on our emotional, energetic being. Often our inner environment is symbolically reflected in our outer environment. So sliding the pieces around on this puzzle is something that you can help to manipulate the energy. Maybe you need to change the way your room is set up, or, do a deep fall cleaning or spring cleaning depending on where you are. reorganize, even just reorganizing a drawer at a time helps to shift the energy around you. Feels like you guys have been going through a lot, and so I feel like the chaos around you, I know for me personally, the chaos around me, in me, gets reflected around me and back, and it gets to be quite difficult at times for me. All right, so Virgo at, we're going to call that at 30. Virgo at 30. Okay, Virgo, you have the card of right. Journaling. There is a need to put things on paper. There's ideas that are trying to come through. I feel like Spirit's really trying to talk to you because you have vibrational. And so I feel like you have an ability to really connect in with Spirit through channeled writing. Again, Michael Sandler has a program. He's here on YouTube. Automatic writing, that would be a good place to start. Even if you just listen to his YouTube stuff, he kind of talks about it. But I know he actually has a program too. There's others that do it. But automatic writing is really just sitting down and starting off by saying, what are you thinking about? And then kind of just releasing yourself from the process and not driving the conversation and letting your higher self drive the conversation. And it takes practice, just like everything else, and a routine, which is really great for Virgo too, because so you can set it up with, I always use the same time of day, use the same paper, the same pen. I play the same music because it seems to resonate correctly. And you take your pen. Do I have one here? Good. And you tap yourself 3 times on your third eye. And then do it again. And then the third time. Nice deep breath in, exhale, and you start writing. And it's a routine, and that triggers that connection. Okay, now Spirit wants me to write, but guys, it's just showing. Okay, so here we go. What time is it? 31:45. We're going to look at Libra. So Libra, you have voice. It's time to speak up. This new moon eclipse will allow you to clear your throat, speak your truth, stand up for what you believe in, what it is that you want. There is a need for you to clear your throat. It's like a frog croaking is what I'm hearing. Okay, so there is a need to really clear your throat and allow the authentic truth of who you are to come out, and allow other people the opportunity to get to know you. You do a lot of negotiating and trying to make it nice for everyone around you. And you're so good at it, but the problem is that you're so good at it, people don't remember that they also need to do that for you. And if you don't speak up, they can't read your mind. You have to tell them. So not by yelling, but in conversation. Clear your throat. Ask for what you want. You might be surprised at how willing people are to give it to you. Scorpio, you have a ton of cards coming out. Scorpio at 33 minutes flat. There you go. You also had the card of voice that came out. You have the return of spirit. I'm telling you, doesn't it look like a phoenix rising from the ashes? That is the energy that we have coming in here. And the card of divinity, being more in touch. Look at all the purple in this. I really feel like there is a need for you to really take the time to connect in with your higher self and have these conversations. We are going to read. Look, it's actually the card on the front. We're going to read this return of spirit. Just because. You have come a long way in your journey. You've come a long way, baby. No, it hasn't been easy, but you have made it through. Acknowledge for just a moment the strength and the courage you have discovered within you. See how much you have grown over this time, slowly blossoming into who you are today. This is the card of triumph, of heartfelt connection and mastery. And I got to tell you, Scorpio, oh my God, your reading, it was the best reading of the bunch this week. It was filled with hope and validation for you. And so as you do this hard work of the South Node in your sign, as you are finding out who is your true authentic self, you are rising from the ashes, and it is a beautiful Beautiful thing. So I'm so happy for you. You guys have had the South Node is always difficult, and you're not done. You still have a full moon eclipse coming up in your sign next May. So I think on Cinco de Mayo, to be honest. But it's coming. It's important and it's powerful. You're not done yet, but you're rising. And that is something worth celebrating. Celebrate the milestones. All right, here we go. At 35 minutes, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the celestial and the divinity. This, though, is the heart chakra, and this is third eye crown. Spend time in meditation. Boy, did they have that to say this week in your reading, too. You really need to connect in. Find the time to speak to spirit. They have messages for you. They are encouraging you to slow down enough to listen to what they have to share with you. And when I say they, it's really your higher self. So it's you talking to you, but from a wider view. Like, they see more of the picture. You see more of your own picture, right? And so by tuning into your inner knowing, your higher self, there's something very successful waiting to come. You're in that period of integration from when the South Node was in your sign. And so as the nodal shift starts to happen, you'll start doing the construction of the new direction and the new path coming up in about 6 months. And so as you start shifting gears again, the more that you tune in now and really connect in, when you go to lay that cornerstone, you'll be laying it in the right place. And you won't have to redo your work the more connected in you are. Very helpful. Okay, at 36:30, we are going to do Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the right order. That's funny because when they were saying that, if the Virgo, and I think it was Virgo, but anyways, I was like, oh God, that sounds familiar. So yes, the chaos that's going on around you is being reflected in your work, and if there's chaos in you, it's being reflected around you. So time to get some stuff organized. Ooh, you have the card of assistance. This looks very much like Larmar to me. So this is the higher heart with the throat chakra. And so this assistance is actually your spirit guide team bringing you in guidance and advice. That's what that feels like, to really do something very creative, because there's this this energy of the solar plexus in there. Wherever it is, okay, so whether you have directly asked for aid or not, the universe is stepping forward on your behalf. So the assistance is coming already. So do some energetic shifting and changing and allow yourself to receive the help or the guidance. And it may show up in a very physical manifestation, or it may be an idea, something that comes to you and you're like, oh, so this would be a really good time to keep a pad of paper and a pencil or pen handy to jot stuff down, so that, maybe you're driving, because that's one of those things where our minds is a little free, because we're going to listen to the radio and we're driving and our mind gets a little free and something will drop in. And when you hit the stoplight, you can jot it down before you lose it, right? So it'd be good to make sure that you are moving through life with pen and paper at hand. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius at 38:30. I think you have 2. Okay. Aquarius, look. Whether you want it or not, Spirit's here to help you. They're trying to help you to raise your vibration. This really showed up in your reading this week. There was very much this energy around recognizing and appreciating the fact that you came into this planet at a higher vibration than everyone else, which is why you were probably not necessarily well received in every group as you were going along, right? I find Aquariuses are often bullied because they're different, but you're different because you're special, because you're a higher vibration. And now things are kind of, Spirit's like, okay, now the world is ready for you. You had to come in so that you were ready for these moments. And so now Spirit is going to start placing opportunities and things in your path that will allow you to to remember your mission is what it really feels like to me. It's like a remembering of your mission. And something about this eclipse is tuning you. I'm seeing a tuning fork. So you're being tuned, like to the right frequency, either to receive the messages and the guidance or to be in the right place at the right time. Very much that turquoise energy, right? Always in the right place at the right time with the right opportunities and the right people. There's a shifting that's happening, and it's reverberating out. The work you do is important. The work you do is important. Whether it seems like that or not, it might. Every peg of light counts. There's something really important that you're doing. All right, last but never least in my heart, because I'm a Pisces moon, we have Pisces at 30. And you also have 3. Okay, Pisces, your voice. This week they were like, hey, you need to step up and stand in your power. Find your voice. It's being divinely guided. Look at all that purple that's coming through from the third eye. It's like, this is who you are and this is what you came here to do. We have faith. Again, have faith in the process and look, you're the violet flame. And the other thing, the message that really came through strongly for you this week was to let go, to let go so you can move forward. What do you need to release? And the violet flame, I have a link for a violet flame meditation music, and it's in the description box below. And if you, I like to listen to it, and I just envision myself surrounded by this violet flame, burning away all the lower negative energies. Everybody can use this. This is a great thing, especially at the time of the eclipse. So maybe when you wake up in the morning or wherever you are, and take some time to on Tuesday to bathe in the violet flame, whether you want to take a bath when you do it, which I sometimes like to do, or just lay in bed and listen to it. But it is in the description box below. Have faith in the process. This also looks very much like the phoenix rising, right? Have faith in the process. You are not alone. Spirit has totally got your back. They just want you to step up into your own power. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I know it's been a little glitchy on and off, but thank you. Have a great, great eclipse season. Do the work. Fill yourself up with joy. There is some sneaky kind of energy that comes with this, but sometimes keeping your own counsel is the best thing you can do to protect your dreams. And if you use the energy that way, that's a great way to use it. And remember, we're going to starve the lower vibrational energy, and we're going to feed the high vibe. And we do that by choosing to be the CEO of our life and break the chains and rise. You can do this. You guys have a great week. Thank you so much for those of you that came and chatted along. I love it. Thank you. And I will talk to you again really soon. If you haven't checked out this week's videos, you might really want to do that. And join me on Facebook every day. All right. Take care. Bye.